You're about to discover the Tesla model that nobody's talking about, and this is the Tesla model that can make you rich. And I'm not talking about the Model S, and I'm not talking about the Model A, and I'm not talking about the Model 3 or the Model Y. I'm not even talking about the Roadster or the Tesla truck. What am I talking about? I'm talking about the Tesla business model. And if you follow Tesla's business model, you'll be blown away that it'll make you rich. And it's very counterintuitive when you look at it. The only person that I see in modern world history, think about this. Elon Musk, he was an up-and-coming entrepreneur who partnered in PayPal and all these other startups, and he's just accomplished so many seemingly impossible things. And by the way, I believe the reason he's accomplished so many seemingly impossible things is because when they seemed impossible, he ignored the fact that they seemed impossible, and he worked through that and made them possible because he decided, this is what I'm going to do. And so the Tesla business model is really remarkable because Tesla did something in reverse order of what most people do. And here's what most people do. When they start a business, they stick their toe in the water. They're going to say, well, I'm going to create this little thing, and I'm going to see if I can play with this little business thing, and I'm going to offer this little thing to these little people for this little price and see what happens. Tesla didn't do that. You know what they did? Tesla started, when they started with the Tesla, started with the Tesla Roadster. Now, Roadster. So what's the significance of starting with the Roadster? It was the most expensive Tesla. It was like a premium value offer. Like the Tesla Roadster was like the early 2000s, and it was like $160,000 or $170,000. So Tesla started with a premium offer. So if you want to be successful in business, if you start with a premium offer, the premium offer can fund everything else you do. People are like, well, I'm working my way up to a higher price. Don't work your way up to a higher price. Start with a higher price and work your way down to lower prices. And one of the reasons people start with lower prices is they don't know what to do. Most people don't know what to do. And somebody asked Elon one time, so they don't know what to do, so they look around at what everybody else is doing and they do something similar. That is the worst thing you can do. So they asked Elon Musk, and I forgot the guy's name that was interviewing me, asked him a question. He says, you do stuff a little different. He said, why? He said, most people, when they build businesses or when they build anything, they build it based on analogy. In other words, they look at somebody else, what somebody else does, they do something similar. He said, I just start with first principles. And if you start with first principles, you're not going to end up where everybody else ends up. You're not even going to start out where everybody else starts out. And so Elon Musk starts out by selling the Tesla Roadster, an electric car on a Lotus frame, on a Lotus chassis. And he makes this electric car that's really, really fast, and it's really, really small, only 2 people fit in, and he sells it for this crazy premium price. And guess what he did? He made enough money selling the Roadster to fund Tesla so he could make the Model S, which is his next level down premium offer. He didn't make the Model A after he made the Roadster. He made the Model S. He made the sedan. He made the 90. He said, well, we started out with our $170,000 offer, but now we're going to make our $90,000 to $110,000 offer. He waited until last to come up with the $40,000 offer. That was like, we're going to do that later. So the first thing you want to do is if you want to do the Tesla business model, here's what you want to do. Number one, you want to start with a premium value offer. Start with a premium offer. Starting with a premium offer can change the game for you. So recently, I went to Mexico on a private jet because I don't fly commercial anymore. I just don't like it. And I'm not bragging. I'm not flexing. I'm just telling you this is part of the experience. So I invited some friends to go with me, Melvin and Wanda Foote and their daughter Alex. So they came from Atlanta to Tampa, and they flew with me to Mexico. And they, as a token of appreciation, Alex was telling me about these cookies that they sell, and they do cookie drops. And this is, I'm advertising for this company, but I'm not really advertising for them. I'm just showing you what I'm talking about. This is a box of cookies. 12 cookies came in this box. Now, you think as big as this box is, 100 cookies, 300 cookies. 12 cookies came in this box. They sold these 12 cookies for $165. Okay? So they do a cookie drop every so often. Usually it's about $130, but $160. So the 12 cookies, $165. Now, why am I telling you about 12 cookies for $165? Because when you think of cookie, you don't think of $10. You don't a cookie, 12 cookies for $12. I don't know, that sounds a little much. 12 cookies for $24, nah, I'm not buying that. But 12 cookies for $124, why? Because they turned buying these cookies into an experience, a premium experience. So they named their business The Last Crumb. It comes with this premium box that looks like something that would hold like DVDs back in the days of West Coast Video or right or whatever that what's the name of that video thing, Blockbuster, right? It looks like one of those. And then as if send you 12 cookies, they have to produce a brochure, a book that describes their cookies. Why am I telling you this? And everyone. And I'm not going to read all of them to you. So they've got. I don't have my glasses on. So it says how to conduct a cookies tasting. How to conduct a cookie tasting. I already know what cookies taste like. I've been eating them my whole life. But no, how to conduct a cookie tasting. Start, sit, study, sniff, snip, savor, and share. And then they have a little paragraph for each one of those. And then they got these cookies. They come up with these names for these cookies. They got chocolate chip. They call this cookie that I'm just reading from the thing, better than sex cookie. They got a cookie that's everything with candles, the birthday cake cookie. Everything but the candles, I'm sorry. The Madonna, it's a peanut butter cookie. Now, when they described the peanut butter cookie, they said, and I have to, after I read this, I got to know what this cookie tastes like. Because they said, it's like a peanut butter thunderstorm in your mouth. Wow. Peanut butter thunderstorm. I don't know that I've ever heard a better description of anything in my life than a peanut butter thunderstorm in your mouth. I don't know if any other experience. I don't need to jump out of a plane. I don't need to bungee jump, but I have to have a peanut butter thunderstorm in my mouth. So what did they do? What did they do? They turned cookies into a premium experience. How did they do that? Well, they did it because they created a story. They created packaging. They put it in a package. They created a presentation. They turned it into, you're not just buying cookies, you're going to have a cookie tasting. So now, what they're doing when they say how to have a cookie tasting, they're teaching you how to promote their $165 box of cookies. And see, you know what I love about this? I don't love cookies. I don't love cookies. It's not that I don't love their cookies. Their cookies are very good. I've eaten part of one. I can't eat a whole cookie. Not one of theirs. I can't. But there are people who can. And I promise you there are people who can, right? And so I got a whole bunch of witnesses. Okay. So but what's amazing is I'm standing here right now on my YouTube channel with 223,000 subscribers talking about their cookies. Because they created an experience. They turned cookies into an experience. They turned consumers into marketers. Brand ambassadors. Because they created, now if they sold those 12 cookies for $16, it wouldn't be as good a story. So now they make the price so high that it doesn't make any sense. Okay? Now, see, you want your offer to make sense. They want their offer to make dollars. And what we got to do is we got to stop being afraid to create something that's unique in the marketplace that exists like nothing else, and then put a price tag on it that most people think, well, that person's the dumbest person I've ever seen in my life. Do you know how people used to look at me when I told them, yeah, my inner circle is $155,000? It's a what? It's a who, what? Why would anybody pay you that? Because that's what I charge. But what if they don't buy it? They don't get to be in it. And I'm cool with that. See, your desperation for a yes is what causes you to keep collecting pennies. Elon said, I'm going to sell this car, this little bitty two-seater. It can't go very far, a couple hundred miles on a charge. Go a couple hundred miles on a charge. It'll get you those couple hundred miles really, really fast, and only 2 people can go, but it's $170,000, $160,000, whatever, almost 200, closer to 200 than to 100. And people buying them. And he used all that money he got from his premium value offer to fund his business. That's called a clue. Stop tiptoeing through the tulips and sneaking up on a premium value offer, and just go ahead and offer it. Guess what? If you don't have one to offer, the answer's already no. If you have one to offer, at least you have a chance. Like, if you don't have a premium value offer, whatever that is for you, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, 30,000, 50,000, I don't know what yours is. But if you don't have one, the answer is already no. Is what I'm saying making sense? So, these people would have just said, well, let's just start a bakery. And we ain't starting no bakery. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to make some cookies. We're going to sell them for $130,000 to $165,000. We're going to do a cookie drop. And we're going to build all of this anticipation. And we're only going to do one drop every couple of weeks. And then they're going to sell out. And Alex Foote told me, she said these things sell out within 5 minutes. They do a drop. They sell out within 5 minutes. He said, you have to be by your phone, have your alarm set, ready. They have created an army of rabid buyers with a premium value offer. They created scarcity. You can only buy them when we do the drop. Can I just call you and order something? Nope. Can I pre-order? Nope. Got to wait for the drop. What? Who does that? Who tells customers, no, I don't want your money right now? People who understand premium value offers. Are y'all tracking? So that's the first one. You want to have a premium value offer. Then, after you have your premium value offer, here's what they did next. They gave away they didn't give away. They sold the peripherals. What are the peripherals? See, I thought, and I probably didn't even spell that right, but it doesn't matter because I'm not in a spelling bee. So, here's what's really interesting. When they gave away the patents for free and made it public domain for their car, they're like, that's dumb. Why would you take something that is apparently this valuable and give it away? He said, oh, you thought we were in the car business? We ain't in the car business. We're in the battery business. And so we're going to give away, what we're going to do is we're going to give away our proprietary information. We're going to give our proprietary information. We're going to give it to all the other car makers so they can start making cars. Then they got to buy batteries from us. Oh. See, what you don't realize is there's stuff that you do right now that you don't value. If you're in any of my coaching programs, you probably heard me talk about this. Anytime we solve a problem, that solution creates 10 new problems. Elon Musk became the richest man in the world because he was very good at anticipating what the next 10 problems are going to be from the current solution. And the 10 problems from those 10 solutions. And then the 10 problems from those 10 solutions. And so what happens is he exponentially gets richer as time goes on because he understands how to give away proprietary information that's not as valuable so he can sell his peripherals that are going to be more valuable because he's going to have way more people buying them. How many of y'all tracking? I've got a coaching program right now, and I wrote this book a couple years ago. I wrote this book. It's called Click and Order for Brick and Mortar. I wrote this book for brick and mortar businesses to learn how to generate leads online, to make sales from leads they generate online. That's why I wrote it. I wrote this book because I wanted to get some brick and mortar consulting clients that I could sell my coaching to. So I wrote the book to sell them the coaching. Well, I don't really work with brick and mortar businesses that much anymore. So now what do? Now, in my coaching programs, when I sell some of my coaching programs, I give the reprint rights to this book to the people who buy the coaching program. Oh, what just happened? You say, but Myron, you could make so much money selling a book. I already got books that I can make money selling. When you understand that there's some stuff you want to give away. Like, for instance, and I've had people say, I'm assuming they're not just making that up to make me feel good since we don't even really know each other. But I've had people say, like, leave comments on my YouTube channel, I made $250,000 just from the information I got from your free YouTube videos. Okay, cool. I give away valuable information. By the way, let me tell you something about giving away proprietary information. Never give away anything in the marketplace that you could not have sold for a profit. If you can't sell it for a profit and have people be happy, you should not be giving it away. Because if you do, all you're doing is letting people know you're not good. How many of y'all tracking? Okay, so we sold, so he had a premium offer, he gave away proprietary information, he sold his peripherals, and then after he did that, that's when he comes back and now he penetrates the market with something for everybody. He penetrates the market. See, I don't want to sell everybody everything. I don't want to sell everybody everything right now. It's so interesting as I think about our business. So I remember when they did the COVID experiment, and I remember that they were shutting down businesses. They were shutting down stuff, and like Clubhouse became a thing. And Clubhouse is still, in my opinion, one of the most remarkable social media platforms that exist. Because all you need is a voice. You don't need a tie. You don't need a belt. You don't need to comb your hair. It's just talk. And I remember the first time Shara was telling me, one of our coaching clients, she said, "Myron, you really need to get on Clubhouse." Okay, what is it? That's a social media platform where they just talk. I didn't understand. She tells me again. I still didn't listen. Dan Henry tells me. So Dan calls me. Dan's like, Myron, I'm telling you, I just got on this thing, this social media platform, and I've been on it for 3 weeks, and I've got 21,000 followers. What? What are you talking about, bro? Like, I had been on Instagram for that point for 3 years, and I didn't have 10,000 followers. Like, what are you talking about, right? So I go in, and I just want to go see what it is. So somebody refers me. I sign up for Clubhouse. Oh, Shara referred me. I signed up for Clubhouse. I didn't do anything. I come back. I didn't even look at it. Come back after I have this phone call with Dan, and I've got 700 followers. I've never opened my mouth on this platform. 700 people are following me. Like, what is this? This is weird. So I go in to Clubhouse, and I start looking for somebody who's talking that I know, and I go in, and Andy Enriquez, storytelling coach, is doing a presentation. So I go there and listen to it. He says, "Wow, Myron Golden just came in here. Hey, Myron, do you have anything you want to share?" Where am I? Right? And so I start talking, and I get all these other followers. And then I go into somebody else's room, and they say, "Oh my goodness, Myron Golden just showed up. Myron, do you have anything you want to share?" I'm like, "Okay," and I share. And then I started having all these followers. And in 2 months, I had 42,000 followers on Clubhouse. Well, the only offer I talked about on Clubhouse, the only 2 offers I talked about on Clubhouse were my $25,000 an hour and my $155,000 inner circle. I didn't talk about anything else. That's all I talked about. And in 4 months' time, we made, I don't know, $300,000 or $400,000 from Clubhouse. But that's not the amazing part. You want to know the amazing part? The amazing part is, the marketplace hadn't seen me offer a low-ticket offer for years. But really, over the last couple of months on Clubhouse, all these new people are following me. The only thing, I want to work with Myron. I want to make enough money working, because I'd always go in there and do stuff like I do on my YouTube channel right now, and they want to work with Myron. And so I offered a challenge. We promoted it for 8 days. We sold $60,000 worth of tickets when we started penetrating the market, because I started with a premium value offer. See, a premium value offer doesn't just make profit for you. It positions everything else you will ever offer. And I shared this with people before. If you are the cheapest, no one will believe you are the best. And if you are the best, no one expects you to be the cheapest. Right? And so if you will follow Tesla's business model, then you get your peripherals, then guess what? Then you can sell anything you want. Because now you got a database of customers, you got a database of clients. And clients, people who buy from you, are more likely to buy from you than people who haven't. I don't own a Tesla. I'll probably never own a Tesla. I don't want an electric car. I don't want one. I'll just leave it at that for right now. I don't want a Tesla. I don't want a self-driving car. I don't want one. I get it. People like that. Do you, boo? But I don't want one. Okay? And so, but even though I don't want one, I can learn a lot by watching somebody who has successfully built company after company after company after company after company and has become the richest man in the world off of an idea that seemed impossible, but he refused to accept as impossible. And so now he's penetrating the market with these Model Ys and these Model As and the Model 3. But the Model A, the Model 3, the Model Y, the Model S, the truck, and the Roadster won't make you rich. But if you will follow the business principles of Elon Musk, they will make you rich. Start with a premium value offer. I was sharing with some folks in my challenge that's going on right now, because we do this challenge called the Make More Offers Challenge every month. And I was sharing with some folks in the challenge that if you start with a premium value offer, it like frees you up. So we've got clients who are coming on giving testimonials in our videos and stuff. I had $1 million day. I had a $6 million day. And I told them, look, if you want to have $1 million a year, if you have $1 million day, you can take the next 364 days off. If all you want is $1 million a year, you can go spend the other 364 days with your family or whatever you want to do. Not that I would want to just not do anything. See, not doing anything is not fulfilling. That's a different conversation for a different day. Like, tap into the Tesla model that almost nobody's talking about, because that's the one that can make you rich. Hope this helps you. Appreciate all of my likers and commenters and subscribers and watchers and bell ringers and YouTube-y stuff doers. Peace out, Cub Scouts. I'll see you in the next video.